Hello guys, welcome back to calculus class. And this time I will go over this chapter 3 test. And if you check AP Classroom, you can check your scores, and I believe you can also check what kind of questions you made a mistake. Now, when you're doing the test corrections for the to get your credits back, if you look at it, yeah, it gives you an answer and it tells you what to do. But if you just copy this one down, that's not gonna help you. Okay, so yeah, I will still give you credit, but you never know. I may ask you how you did it, and what I really don't want to hear is I forgot. Okay, so just when you do it, I really want you guys to actually try all these questions with me here on a separate piece of paper and do it. Okay, so make sure you put your name on it somewhere, like here, and then put test corrections. Okay. And yes, you may do questions that what's that called, you got wrong, so make sure you do those. And after that, if you want to get more credits back, then try more questions. In that case, you're going to get higher credits back. Okay, instead of just doing what you got wrong. I'm not going to share how I'm going to grade all these questions, but my recommendation is to do everything. So let's do this one. G of x is natural log of x, and f is differentiable function of x. Which one of the following is equivalent to the derivative of this one with a respectful to this one, right? So, I mean, it's very simple. So it's going to be f g of x, right? And when you derive it, it's going to be f derivative of g of x times derivative of inside by the chain rule, which is g prime of x, right? Yeah. Now, remember, g of x is natural log of x, and obviously when you derive it, it becomes 1 over x. So this one is going to be same thing as f prime of g of x over, instead of g of x, let me put natural log of x times g prime of x is going to 1 over x. So when you rewrite it, you can rewrite it like this: natural log of x over x. Okay, so answer is going to be D. It's very simple. Question number 2. It says, for which of the following function is chain rule an appropriate method to find derivative respective of x? So, I mean, number 1, like chain rule, like sine 3x squared, like respect of x. So you can, when you do it, it's gonna be what? Cosine of 3x squared times derivative of inside, which is 6x. So that works. Number that's 1. That's a 2 is gonna be e to the, yeah, no, that's not a chain rule, that's a product rule. Do you see this? When you do this one, that's gonna be a product rule, so that's not gonna work. Number 3 is gonna be same thing as 8x to the fourth power minus 2x to the negative 1 power, because it's 1 over this. Yeah, that's gonna be chain rule, because when you do it, after this, it's gonna be negative 1, 8x to the fourth power minus 2x to the negative 2 power times derivative of inside, which is gonna be 32x to the third power minus 2. So that's what's going to happen, which is going to be number 1, number 3, both of them are the chain rule. So it's going to be D. So, I mean, so far it's easy. Let's do question number 3. F be a differentiable function. Okay, so h of x. By the way, I never went over this one. This is my first time trying it. So if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. Don't blame me. You can blame me. So which of the following is it's easy. Only thing that you have to do is h prime of x. So, yep. Times derivative of inside. So 1 will disappear, and derivative of f of 3x is going to be f prime of 3x times derivative of also inside, which is 3. Yeah, so it's going to be D. Very easy. What's the slope of the line tangent? I mean, it's a... So let's do question number 4. This one is going to be a bit long. So obviously, we are going to use the point slope formula, but first, at point 1, comma 2. So that's going to be our x, that's going to be our y, but we don't know the slope. So let's find it. First, it's going to be, when you derive it, everything in terms of x, it's going to be 3y squared times y prime minus, that's going to be the product rule, so negative 1 times y squared plus 2y y prime times negative x plus 3x squared equals 0. So before I move on, actually, yeah, I can do it right now. I want to factor out y prime, so which means I will move this one and this one to the other side. Not this one, because that's a times here, so this one is all together. So I'm going to rewrite it. This one is going to be 3y squared times y prime, and I'm going to rewrite this one. It's going to be now negative 2xy y prime is equal to, I just put this one to the front, okay, and alphabetical order, and I have to move these two to the other side, so flip the sign. So what I'm gonna have is plus y squared minus 3x squared. Now I can factor out y prime, so it's gonna be 3y squared minus 2xy equals y squared minus 3x squared. Therefore, y prime is y squared negative 3x squared over 3y squared minus 2xy. So that's the slope. And question is only asking for the slope. So only thing that I have to now do is to plug in x and y. So y prime is, instead of y, I'm going to put 2. So it's going to be 2 squared minus 3, 1 squared minus 3, 2 squared minus 2, 1, 2. It's going to be simple. Let's see. So it's going to be 4. That's going to be 3. So it's going to be 4 minus 3, which is 1, over, that's going to be 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4. So 12 minus 4 is 8. So it's 1 over 8. And yep, I'm right. It's simple. Let's see who can actually do better than me. Because if I make more than 3 mistakes, at least someone is better than me in that case. So far I did not make any mistakes. So let's see. Equals 3x minus 2y. And I'm looking for dy dx. Ooh, so let's make a derivative. So when I do all these things, this is question number 5, by the way. When I do all this thing in terms of x, derivative of sine is going to be cosine x plus y times derivative of inside, which is 1 plus y prime, equals derivative of this is going to be 3, derivative of this is going to be negative 2, and then y prime. Well, what should I do? I'm going to distribute this one to here and here. So it's going to be cosine of x plus y times y plus y prime times cosine of x plus y equals 3 minus 2 y prime. And here what I did is, do you see this one's 1 plus y? I just distributed cosine to this one and this one, okay? Something that you don't usually do. Now, let me move this one to here. Let me move this one to the other side. So it's going to be y prime cosine of x plus y plus 2y prime is equal to 3 minus cosine x plus y. As you can see, what I did is I did minus cosine x plus y both sides, and then I did plus 2y both sides, 2y prime, so that I can make this one happen. And as you can see, I can factor out y prime, which is the clear purpose of the implicit differentiation. Plus 2 equals 3 minus cosine of x plus y. Wait a second. Yeah, my answer looks like this. So at the end, only thing that I have to do is to divide by these numbers. I'm going to put y prime is equal to 3 minus cosine of x plus y over cosine of x plus y plus 2. And according to this question, it's going to be D, because only thing that I have to do is just move 2 to the front. So as long as you can determine what it is, that's not going to be a big deal. All right, so now let's do question number 6. It's about the inverse function. So point negative 2, 4 lies on the curve, blah. Okay. And external point is the equation f of, okay, so this is what we have. Now we're going to find the value of dy, oh my goodness, dy dx. All right, let's do this. F of x times g of x is equal to 17 minus x minus y, and I got to find the dy dx. So it's an implicit differentiation. So when I make a derivative, that's going to be the product rule. So it's going to be f prime of x times g of x plus g prime of x times f of x equals 17 disappears, negative x becomes negative 1, negative y becomes negative y prime. So we want to find where point is at negative 2, 4. So now instead of x, now I'm going to plug in negative 2. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's not g of x. Actually, it's a g of y. I'm sorry. It's a g of y. So, okay. G of y. I was wondering what's going on. G of y. So, here I'm going to plug in 4. And here I'm going to plug in 2. But whatever. F prime of 2, according to this one, is going to be 4. So it's going to be 4 times g of y is going to, g of 4 is going to be 5. Plus g prime of this one is going to be 2 times f of negative 2 is going to be what? 3 is equal to negative 1 minus y prime. So, I mean, simple. 20. So, that's going to be 20. Plus, that's going to be 6, so 26. Well, 27 is equal to negative y prime. And then, did I make a mistake somewhere? Y prime is going to be negative 27. That's what I got. But, okay, so if it was actual test, I would have gotten wrong because I would probably have chosen A. Let's see where I made a mistake. Oh, shoot. Do you see here? Oh, yeah, that's right. You know, I'm stupid. Yeah. You know, when I make a product rule, do you see there's a reason that this one is a y? Because we are deriving in terms of x, we actually have to derive, okay. Okay, so here, let me do it again. Do you see this one is in terms of y? Okay, so when I do the product rule, so it's f prime of x times g of y plus g prime of y times y prime times f of x. This is gonna be the, yeah, this is gonna be the thing. Yeah, okay. So when I plug these numbers in, yeah, it's gonna be same thing. F of x is gonna be, yeah, because of chain rule. Derivative of y is gonna be y prime because it's not, we're deriving in terms of x. So same thing. I just plug in based of this number here, based of these numbers. So f prime is gonna be what? 4 times 4 times 5 plus g prime is gonna be 2 times y prime times f of x is gonna be 3 equals -1 minus y prime. So it's gonna be about 20 plus 6y prime is equal to -1 minus y prime. In fact, let me move this one to here. Let me move this one to here. So it's going to be 6y prime plus y prime is equal to -1 minus 20. When you simplify, 7y prime is equal to -21. So y prime is equal to -3. Yeah, that's answer. Yep, if it was actual AP test, I would have gotten wrong on this one. But one mistake, so we're good. I wonder how many of you actually got this one. This is slightly tricky. Question number 7, and I believe this is going to be the last question that I will go over in this video. And I will come back here with video number 2. So the graph of the decreasing differential function is shown here above. Also shown is the line tangent of the, okay, it's a line tangent, f at 4, 6. What is the, g prime of 6 is going to be, oh, okay. Which of the following is going to be true, right? Let's see. Now, when x is equal to 4, our slope is going to be probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be -3 over 4. That's going to be the, when f is this one, right? But this is what? F prime of 4 is equal to -3 over 4. Now the thing is, g is the inverse, right? Which means you gotta flip it. So when you flip it, what you have to do is you just flip the x and y. So that's gonna be -4/3. It's not gonna be too difficult. So they are inverse relation to each other. So g of x is equal to f inverse of x. Okay, so g prime of x is equal to what? 1 over f prime f inverse of x. That's the thing, right? And you're looking for g prime of 6. So what you have to do is f prime of f prime of, it's gonna be 4 because it's gonna be what's it called? G of 6 is same thing as the g of 6 is gonna be same thing as the 4, only because they are inverse to each other. Because of this, only thing that you have to do is that flip it. So it's gonna be same thing as f prime of the 4. Okay, and what's f prime of 4, which is this one? So it's gonna be same thing as 1 over -3 over 4. So when you do it inside, 1 times -3 goes to the bottom, outside goes to the top. So -4/3, which is C. So it's not that difficult. You just have to know the inverse function very clearly. I don't think it is very big deal. So that's good so far. So anyways, that's about it for this video, and I will continue to go over rest of the questions in the next videos. I'm not sure if I can finish this within one more video. Yep, that's about it, guys. See you guys. Love you. Bye.